Welcome back to another tale. This particular tale will follow 3 different lives as we traverse across the new map. And our journey today across Riparia starts below the surface of the ocean. So this is launch night of the new map, and we are starting with the brand new Tylosaurus. This absolutely beastie mosasaur would have been terrifying in the ocean. Or should I say, is terrifying in the ocean because it's here now in Path of Titans. This new map has done more than just bring in the Tylo. It's made fully aquatics feel very viable again. Oh my god, it's just so nice to see it. Look at this, ammonites. These are new quest items, I think. It's just so cool to see so much more life going on in the water now, in the seas. So as always, we're going to do a bit of questing and get some growth. Now, as I was questing, I realised I wasn't the only Tylosaurus here. There was 2 of them. Oh, okay, so they're fighting each other, and they look bigger than me, so I don't want any piece of this. I actually think there's a lot of Tylos taking out other Tylos at the moment, so they can become the biggest, and I don't want to become a meal. I think what we'll do is we'll sit at the top of this hill and just wait for him to pass and just hope that he doesn't come up here. He's probably going to just keep following the canyon. And that is exactly what I hoped he would do, because I would be in trouble if he saw me. There he goes. Now that's a mosasaur that is absolutely hunting down any other Tylo that they see. So we're still at this point very much within our spawn area where we spawn, so I think we need to move away from here and start trying to explore some of this new map. It's really important that whilst I'm looking around the map, I have eyes in the back of my head, because of situations just like this. I had been spotted by yet another mosasaur, and I could tell it was another one that was out for blood. Okay, I think we may have lost him. If we just slip away the way he came, pretend we were never here, maybe we'll be okay. Man, there is honestly so many Tylos around. Scary stuff. It's scary stuff. Meanwhile, whilst life under the water felt like death was around every corner, life on the surface was also beginning. And it was looking just as precarious. So you see that big volcano over there? That is one of the hot spots of the map. If I cross the water and go that way, I'm almost certainly going to run into some fully grown Spinosaurus. However, going the other way means island hopping across some rather treacherous waterways. And I chose the island hopping. Right, okay, so there's Tylos everywhere, I know that. We've got to try and cross quite a few little islands actually, and this makes this extremely tense. If I got spotted by a Tylo, it was almost certainly game over. Okay, deep breaths, here we go, another crossing. I feel like the Jaws music plays in my head whenever I do this. We made it across without any problems, but as much as that was the longest crossing, that was not the most dangerous part of this island hopping. Okay, I feel like this is the longest open water section of this. Doesn't mean it's the most difficult. And little did I know, it absolutely would not be the most difficult. That part was still to come. I slowly made my way through the inland, if you can even call it that. It was lots of small, shallow puddles with small swimming sections. Okay, we're slowly making our way to probably the most dangerous part yet. The next section of this island hopping journey would absolutely make or break this young Giganotosaurus's life. Coming up was a long stretch of water with a very deep drop-off on either side. I feel so exposed. And then there was a shadow from beneath the surface. Oh my god! Oh, we're going back! I don't know which way to go. I'm just going to go back. I might be dead here. I don't know if whatever it is has used enough stam that they need to... Okay, they're just going back in the water. They're going to catch up with me soon. I am also running out of stamina. And I'm pretty sure that thing isn't exactly slow on land either. I don't know. Well, whatever it was, it didn't seem too keen on coming up onto land. And after some time had passed, I went for round 2. So we're going to slowly edge our way out. And I'm not going to use up all my stamina this time. We're just going to take it step by step. Any part where there's any kind of deeper water, we're just going to run through that. Yeah, okay, cool. We've nearly made it to the next section of land. So far, so good. Oh, he's back. Oh, my God. I wonder if I'm too big for him to clamp. I might be quite lucky with that. Oh, I don't know where to go. The problem is this is such a small piece of land. He can just keep... Now, this is fine for him. Okay, no, it's fine. We're not going to panic. We're going to keep going to the mainland. We're on the last stretch. This is it, last stretch. We're nearly there. We nearly made it. I have no doubt he's following. There he is. Whoa, he's closing in. That looks so scary. Oh, yeah, okay. He doesn't do too much damage. He doesn't do enough damage, really. He can't sustain it. Okay, so that was by far the longest, hardest part of this trek across. Oh, okay, he's not done. Oh my god, that actually did do a little bit of damage. Ouch. 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 Okay. Maybe we should stop teasing him. Okay, but at least we have made it across that part. Life was difficult to start with for this dinosaur. Wow. This is definitely a larger landmass now. We can just do some questing and get some growth. And whilst life on the land and under the water were proving a challenge to survive, life in the skies was looking a lot more laid back. Alright, a brand new Hatzegopteryx. I think that's how you say it. I'm sure people will tell me if I'm wrong. So for this area, we had started in the very top left of the map. A barren, deserty landscape that seemed almost lifeless. But that doesn't mean it didn't contain endless amounts of beauty. Even places like this are stunning. This looks so good. I really like this. Look how the waterfalls cascade from the back all the way down to here. There's not much chance of any players out here, is there? But we will start with a quest. Oh my god, this guy has so much health. And I've got no stamina, I can't keep up on the ground. We just need to one peck at a time. There we go, job done. That took way too long and used way too much stamina, but it's okay. I think we're out here alone, we can just relax. Eventually, I did leave that area and we took off to see what else we could find. And whilst we were cruising through the skies, another story was unfolding underneath the surface. We're getting some decent growth in now, and also we got a little Spino friend over here. I don't want to get too close. I feel like he might be dangerous. He's friendly, but he's dangerous if he decides to attack me. Grab some carp for breakfast. Great way to start the day. Now, at the same time as I was playing here, I was also watching the man himself, Yellow Tones, and he was streaming the reveal of the map, and actually he flew straight over the top of me here. Now, I obviously don't know the map, but I was able to piece together by what his kind of surroundings looked like and what mine looked like, and yeah, I realised that was Yellow, and I was probably going to be dinner, because he doesn't know this is me, and it's probably time that I skedaddled. However, underneath the water wasn't much safer, because already a Tylo had spotted me and made a beeline, so it was time to swim away and just hope that they didn't follow. My god, I can't wait until I don't have to run away from everything I see. I want to be the boss. I'm just going to kind of do my own thing. I don't think he'll follow me. I'm not a threat. You don't have to worry about me. And he certainly didn't worry about me, so I carried on about my way, and it was time to try out the movement on land. Now, the Dinosaurus absolutely can move on land, and for a short amount of time, pretty quickly. But when that runs out, it feels like a bit of a slog. However, now we were back in the water, it was time to see how we were getting on in the skies. And as I was flying over this rock, I noticed someone was having a pretty difficult time against a very large snake. I wonder if this is, I wonder if I can get involved somehow. Very small though. We're just going to watch from a distance, and then we'll see if we get an opportunity. Although I can hear there's potentially two. Oh, there's definitely two. Okay. We'll give him a little peck. And that's probably honestly all I'm going to be able to do. Even he's just looking at me like, really? I wasn't going to achieve anything by just annoying the locals, so it was time to do some questing. Now, I'm trying to do a quest here, but somebody is on my island. I don't really want to share, but I don't think there's much I can do about it. So the bird was chilling and growing. It was time to see how we were getting on with our Giganotosaurus. The Giga had picked up on a scent not too far away. This would be the perfect opportunity to practice some hunting. So obviously, being flyers, if they get even just the slightest glimpse of me, they'll just fly away. It seems they were circling the area, and it wasn't long before he came back to perch on his rock. Okay, I've come so far for this, please. Okay, he's lying down. This is my chance. Oh, that guy he was definitely nearly dead already. That was only one bite, and I'm young. But that is food. And as the Giga was hunting on land, I was finally able to start hunting in the water. I had been chasing this Tylo pair for quite some time, but without the help of his friend, he had no chance. Well, that was really handy because I needed food anyway. And this was just the beginning of hunting with a Tylo. Later on in the video, we will see the true potential of this underwater killer. Okay, I need to work on the timing with the clamp. However, I was getting a little bit too confident. Okay, these guys might be a problem. Yeah, okay, they don't want any Tylos in their lake. And even I can recognize when I'm not welcome. The first plan was to lead them down into a big chamber to see if they would follow. However, I think roaring at them only made them more angry and more determined. This is my domain. Stick to your shallow puddles. Oh, actually, they're quite good swimmers. And I really feel like they're debating coming down here. Oh, well, they actually are. Sorry, I take it back. You have lovely puddles. I wonder if I can get a cheeky bite in here. Maybe they'll back off. Look at that big bone break. Yeah. Yeah, we broke his leg. We broke his leg. However, once again, I didn't actually know how much damage I was doing, or if I was in way above my head. But with two of them, I knew it was not a fight I should be taking. Okay, yeah, we'll leave this now. We can go even deeper. Surely they don't follow me down here as well. Oh, they are following me down here as well. Okay. Now, this was a large underwater network of caverns and caves. If I could get them to follow me for long enough, maybe I could lose them down here. Maybe they'd even get stuck. Okay, so I may have got myself stuck. This is a dead-end chamber. Okay, he hasn't seen me. It's time to go. Let's dip. Let's go. I'm out. And just like that, we had slipped away. Now at this point, the Hats hadn't really seen too much action, but it was an incredible way to see the beauty of this map. And I think this was hands down one of my favourite locations. This looks incredible. Oh, it goes even deeper. Look at that. That's so cool. So not only was it beautiful being up this high, but it did also come with its advantages. I wonder if we can spot anyone from up here. And there were small dinosaurs lurking in the canyon below. Okay, here we go. I've spotted him. He has no idea. We're going in. Oh no, that is the wrong time to go to sleep. What's that, a young tyrannosaur maybe? It looks like it could be. Either way, the victim had no idea it was being hunted from so far above. Wow, just look at that, look at that. That's so nice. And also getting back up wasn't actually as difficult as I thought it was going to be. With this updraft, I could just ride it all the way to the top. So it takes us to about here, that's fine. Perfect. Absolutely lovely. Okay, so as we were growing up, we decided we needed to look a bit more the part, and so I started to begin to shed and bring through a brand new skin. And it wouldn't be long until we would put it to the test. I can hear someone running, I think. Oh, and they're definitely coming this way. Now this guy gave up pretty quickly. He kind of just stood there and let me kill him. I think he just accepted his fate. Either that or I made him jump and he threw his keyboard across the room. I'm not too sure. One headbutt for luck. Now I was about to face my biggest challenge as a Giganotosaurus. But also as a Path of Titans player. You see, I don't play this game as much as a lot of you guys, so for me, this was a big deal. I started checking out this new swampy area which honestly looked really cool. When I started to hear some steps that sounded just as loud as mine. Okay, so it's a herbivore of some sort. I can't remember the name. I decided I was committed to the hunt. Now it did actually try to run me down, and I'm wondering if it was a test of my sort of confidence in this situation. But honestly, I just used it as my opening. And the fight was on. Okay, I feel like we just dodged that kick. That was good. Dodged a little tail whip. Get some bites in. Let's get some bleed going. As it ran, I tracked it through the woods, following the scent of a bloody trail. It perched itself high on a rock, forgetting I had one major ability. I knocked it back with such force that it fell a significant distance, breaking its leg in the process. Life just got a little bit more difficult for this guy. Thing is, I have to be so careful as well, because he could knock me off. I think we kind of hit each other at the same time. He definitely has some significant knockback. I have to be careful with that. He's making another break for it, but he has. I think he might still have a broken leg. Maybe it's healed by now. Just ended up doing a big loop and we just came back to where we started. Okay, so this is like a mutual, we both need stamina. Oh, too high up. I tried to get that knock on him. Oh, that was really close. Oh, he's dead. I think the fall did it. I think he was so low that that one little fall ended it for him. Either way, I'm really happy with how I played that, and it was a big victory for the Giganotosaurus. We were peacefully watching the world around us in the redwoods. One of my favourite looking biomes in any dinosaur game. What are you? Maybe a small dilo or something? Yeah, I think they might be just a fresh spawn. Either way, they would make a very nice snack. Now you forget I've got one trick up my sleeve. I can fly. And again, I'm no good at timing the clamp. Now I could have probably just pecked this guy to death, but I really wanted to try the clamp on this bird. We got him! Yeah, let's go! Okay, my stamina just instantly disappeared. Okay, that's fine. We just go back to trying to kill him the old-fashioned way. But the problem is now I have no stamina. I can't really even chase him. Right, okay, so we're just going to rest for a bit. I'll keep an eye on him if he stays in the area. I just need a little bit of stamina. There we go. We got him. I was really keen to try the clamp. I wanted to fly up and drop him, but apparently, I don't know. It was too big. Remember that swamp I was at earlier with the Giga? This was the very same swamp, and I had spotted a pack of herbivores, and they had a very small friend with them. Now I'm not holding out a lot of hope. The last one drained my stamina and he was a lot smaller, but I feel like I should be able to clamp this. It's just getting past his friends. Really just have to try and wait for the right opportunity. Here we go. I think my crash landing kind of messed it up for me there. And now his friends are coming. Okay, so attempt number 1 has failed. Attempt number 2 is to start on the ground. So I went and landed somewhere else and then snuck my way all the way over here. Please do not mess this up for me. Please don't bite me. I promise if I do this, I'll share my food with you. There's a good AI dinosaur. You just keep going. Thank you. Now, for however long I sat here, there was no opportunities opening up. And the longer I was here, the more I exposed myself to getting spotted. Oh, I think he might have spotted me. I didn't want to take the chance. I thought he might have seen me. Maybe he didn't, but I couldn't risk it. So attempt number 2 had failed as well. It was time for the 3rd and final attempt. This was it. I was going to try and take that baby. No, it's done the same again. It's instantly drained my stamina. And yeah, now I have no stamina to fly away. I honestly think the main mistake here was going down with not as much stamina, but at the same time, I don't see how you're supposed to carry anything. And that was the end of our life in the skies. However, life underwater was about to provide one of my favourite moments playing Path of Titans. It was just incredibly satisfying. and it all starts in the redwoods. Now, to reach the redwoods by water, you must go through some of the most breathtaking and visually stunning underwater channels, not to mention just how vastly deep this waterway was. Right, so we are now actually in the redwoods pond. And I wasn't here long before there was already signs of life. A young giga was fighting a quetz on the beach. Now I won't lie, I thought this little dinosaur was a player for a while. And unfortunately the clamp doesn't work because it wasn't a player, it was just AI. But that doesn't mean that there wasn't someone close. Someone very much a player. Now I decided I really wanted to try and grab someone and take them into the very chasm I had arisen from. Okay, I think he's going to cross. I think he wants to cross. Oh, he does. This is it. It's my chance. And with astonishing bite force, the helpless apex was locked underwater. Okay, so unlike the hats, I can actually carry this guy. This giga would start to see the light slip away as he went deeper into the cold, watery abyss. By the time that my stamina had run out, he was far too deep. The damage had already been done, and he was at the mercy of my jaws. Oh, I can see he's run out of stamina as well now. He's not going up, he's only going down. To be honest, he lasted a lot longer than I thought he was going to. But that was so cool. Just dragging him down into the depths like that was very... Oh, I love it. I love it. Meanwhile on land, the giga had picked up on a sound of something particularly large. Oh, this is big. I'm gonna give it a go. This guy is big. He's not even fully grown, but he's a lot bigger than I am. This may very well be a young Argentinosaurus. If we were to let him grow all the way to his fully grown stage, he would tower above the rest of us. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be one... Ooh, he's threatening me already. This is going to be one that we've got to get right. After circling each other, it was time to engage in the fight. For me, it was important to avoid the power of the legs and the really long tail. If I could attack him side on, maybe there's a chance I can take him down. Okay, so I feel actually like this guy isn't... I don't know if he's kind of new to this. I don't think he's timing his attacks as well as he could. We've even got some spectators now, look. So yeah, even like that thud, I was quite close to him there and it didn't actually do a lot of damage. The thing is, he had a lot of health as well, and so for quite a long time, I was just chipping away. I actually think I'm already healing this very small amount of damage he's done. But I treat all my opponents with the same respect. I don't want to get too close. I want to treat it like any other fight. But eventually the inevitable came to happen, and there was one less giant on the island of Riparia. Look, I'm happy with how I played it. I feel bad because I feel like maybe he wasn't the most experienced player either, but neither am I, so... We had come a long way from the small Giga that was doomed on the small Palm Islands, island hopping his way to the mainland. We've established ourselves in multiple biomes, taking down herbivores of all sizes. Whether it's water or land, there are now 2 more apexes out there, thriving in their elements on the island of Riparia. Warning to others around them to keep an eye over your shoulder.